Welcome guys. Let's solve today lead code problem. 1st January 2022. It's the first problem of this year. So let and lead code started with the hard problem. So just go with that. Problem name is burst balloon and let's try to read the paragraph. What actually question ask. So you are given n balloons indexed from 0 to n minus 1. Okay. Each balloon is painted with a number on it represented by an array nums. Okay. You are asked to burst all the balloons. If you burst the ith balloon, you will get nums I minus 1 into nums I plus 1. If I minus 1 I plus 1 goes out of the bound of the array, then treat as the 1. Okay. Return the maximum coin you can collect by bursting the balloon wisely. Okay. So actually question, what actually question ask? Actually question, let's take this example one and try to understand what actually question want to ask. So we have given a array of balloon in which they are painted with the numbers. Okay, 3 1 5 8. It's painted on the balloons, and our main task to maximize the coins. So how we will get the coins? So let's pick any of them. Let's go with this example. So 3158, it's pick one first. It pick the one on the first. So if we pick one, so it going to pick multiply with this 3 and this 5, this one. Okay, and burst this one. After bursting this one, the remaining ones is 3 5 8. After that it picks 5 and picking the 5, and if it's pick the 5, then the value of what the actually value we will get 5 into 3 into 8. Okay, and we going to burst this 5. After bursting this 5, how much remaining is 3 and 8, and it's going to pick this 3. After picking this 3, it multiply with 8. Here it goes out of box, out of bound, so it's pick 1. Okay, so 1 3 8, the actually value to value we will get after after bursting this 3. Let's bursting this 3, we will remaining one is 8, and there's not it goes out of bound, so I'll just treat it with 1. Here is also out of box, it treated with 1, it treat with 1, so currently it's 181, and we going to add every values, and what we get 167. So we have to pick wisely. And the let's take this example to 1 5. So what we are going to pick first, we are just going to pick this one first and multiply with 1, because it's going to out of box bound, and pick this 5. So if we pick this one, what the value will get, we get 5, because 1 into 5 into this one, it's a 5, giving me 5. After bursting this one, what will get, what will remaining one is 5 only. So it's all, it goes out of bound here and here too, so I multiplied the 1 1, and 1 into 1 1 into 5 into 1, it's give me 5. So my previous value also 5, 5 plus 5, it's give me 10. So we are just going to pick, we return the 10. So how can we approach this question? So brute force, my brute force approach is that I'll go with every possible ways and compute the values and edit and find it the max. I'll just pick all the ways and in which all I'll just try to find the maximum one from all the possible way to pick busting the balloons. So there is a lot of way, and if we try to do so if we try to do this thing, so there is a n factorial way to solve n factorial way to pick the balloons and bursting. So it's a huge value because n is goes from 500, so it means it give us TLE. So there's another approach is that if you know little bit, if you do dynamic programming, you know about the one of the concept of MCM, multiplication chain matrix. So it's a similar to that question. It's a one of the parent question of this question is MCM, if you notice. So I'm not going to depth into the MCM because it's also one of the concept, but I'll try to explain this question wisely and I'm confined with that question. So I'll just go with the code and explain each line, each line one by one. So let's go with the one. If we have only one element, and if we have one element, so we needed we here is right go if I minus 1 I plus 1 goes out of the bound of the array, then treat it as if there is a balloon with the one painted on it. So let's take an example for more clearly. If we have only one element, so we want to add one element here and here for handling the out of bound cases. So I want to add one here also and after that one here also. So I'll do this thing first. So how can do how can I do? So I'll just make vector. Let's say name is array, and in this array I want to add one. After adding this one, I'll just copy my all nums into this. For doing this, I'll just iterating all element one by one, all element one by one, and add it into my array. Stack num. Sorry, it return. After adding this nums all the character, I'll just add one more value. It's one also because for handling the out of bound cases. So push back one. After doing this, so I have handling the outer bound of the array cases. Hmm? And we know I'm going to do a recursion thing, so that's why I'll just make another function for handling the all things. So I'll just add solve. I'll just make one more function which going to take this array and starting of the my this actual array, I'll edit one here. So that's why I didn't want to take this element, so that's why I'll just started with one and I'll just go with the last. How can I get this index last? If I want to getting this index, so there is I added one, so it's a zero based indexing. So that's why I'll just write num dot size it pointing my last element. Could you get this thing? uh, if you don't, please think rewind this video a little bit and you can get this thing. So I'll just handling my, okay, I'll just try to more confine with this example for that. I'll just handling, I'll just put this index here and this index value here, because I want to iterating into only this element on this array, not beyond this array. So that's why I'll just hit it. So I am going to make my solve function which compute, which give us answer. So first parameter is array. So array int I, it's a starting index, int j, it's a last index, it's a last index. So there is a three cases is there. if i have if I have a empty array, if I have an empty array, so in that case what happens? Okay, it's I, uh, array size is 1 and num dot size is equal to 0. It's give us empty, it's represent empty array. In that case my I is greater than j, so it's an invalid case. So for, if I got any invalid case, my I is greater than my j, in that case I know it's not a valid case. So in that case I'll just return it 0, because not the, there's no answer is present. If I is equal to z means if what it represent, it represent I have only one element. So if I have a one element, so what I have to do, I'll just make a one variable in which I store the value. So I'll just write I, did you get this thing? I'll just, if I have a only one element, let's say this 3 is on my element, I'll just add it one extra in my side and one extra in my side, and I is pointing here and j also pointing here in that index. So there is only one element in that case. So what I want to do, I want to only putting this array value into my temp. After doing this thing, so there is a one case, if my, yeah, I have to add this one and one also. For adding this one I have to check this my I minus 1 is not is valid or not. If it's valid, its I minus 1 value is 0 or bigger than 0, that it's valid case. Then I'll just what I here I will do, I just multiply with that, because you can see here it's a num, whenever I pick nums I, it's a multiply with num I minus 1 and nums I plus 1. So this thing I do here. So array I minus 1, same thing I do here also for the upper bound I plus 1 if it's less than n. Oh, okay, let's make n, because I don't want to pass one more parameter, so that's why I'll just make it globally int array. So yeah, n is equal to array dot size. If it goes out of the bound, so it means there's no answer possible. So I'll just write temp star array I plus 1. Okay, it handle this. After multiplying this thing, if I have only one element, so what will I have to do? I have to simply return my temp, because temp contain my answer. If it's a one element, if it's more than one element, so in that case I have to pick any of, I'll just, I have to pick anyone in the wisely and then multiplying with this neighbor and then burst this thing and want to find another one. So this might be possible. I'll just pick this one first and then doing my computation, or maybe I'll just pick this 5 and doing my company then starting my computation. So there are a lot of way. So for giving the every element the giving the chances, so I'll just go with for looping. I'll just starting with I for my from my starting index and goes till the my j my last index, and giving a chance every element. So what's my duty? I have to what's my duty? I have to pick the element array k and multiply with its neighbors. So if my I minus 1 is less than equal to sorry greater equal to 0 for out of bound cases, so I'll just add it temp star why I added array I minus 1. If j plus 1 is greater than my n, if not greater than n, then I just multiply with its neighbor I plus 1. After doing this thing, it's for any one of them. If I pick this 5, so its corresponding element I'll just multiply with. Then what? Then might be possible I'll just pick from anywhere else. So I'll just call it my recursion part. It's actually I'll not doing everything manually because it's a totally hectic if I try to solve all the from my side. So it's totally hectic. So I call it recursion, and recursion is the way to solve solving into the making the problem into sub problem and solve it. If sub problem is solved, my bigger problem is also solved. So I'll just call it for recursion. Hey recursion, do my one job, try to find the answer for me. So it's multiply for the one element. After that, what I have to do, here you see when we compute the thing, I'll just call my recursion and try to pick any of them and do the computation and add it. So that's why I'll just edit everything, and after adding this thing I'll just call the two parts. I'll just divide it into two parts. If I pick this k, if make my key it, if I pick this k and I made my one part it's this and one part is this, and I'll just remove this 5. So for removing this 5, I'll just call my same function, but for starting the index I to k minus 1, I'll just neglect this 5 as well as call my solve, and in that case I'll just go with the k plus 1 and j. I'll just remove this 5. If I just this 5 computation, if I do this computation for the 5, then I'll just call it my solve function here, and here I'll just remove this element. That means I burst this element. After doing this thing, let's make some for more clarity. This thing happens after doing this thing. I have to, so it give me one possible answer, but there's a it's a recursion, so it goes much more, means it's calls a problem and try to solve this sub problem and then do this. So it might be possible it give me multiple answer, it give me all the answer possible, means it's give me all the ways and factorial ways, but I have to pick wise wisely. So wisely thing is that I make any max answer variable in which I'll just compute, I'll just update the, if my temp is smaller than my answer, just update my answer. If my temp is bigger than my answer, just update. For updating case I'll just make an answer, and I have to make the variable 2 because let's answer is equal to 0 in initially. So it's update the thing. After doing this thing I have to return ans. So let's try to this thing is working fine or not. Okay, it give us error. What the actually error is? So unexpected. Okay, now is okay. It give us wrong answer. Okay, let me smaller the size a little bit. I k minus 1 I plus 1. Oh, sorry, I catch it. G plus 1. And any error is here. Okay, it's accepted. But I'm not going to submit this code because it's a total recursion code. If I submit this code, it's give me TLE because it's an n factorial solution and it's not going to work in that case because n value upper value of n is 500 in this case. So I have to take the help of memoization. So I memorize this thing. For memoizing this solution I'll just make a dp. No worry about, I'll just make a dp. Okay, for okay, let's make the variable dp and take the upper bound. In that case I just here is right 500, so I'll just take 501 for note after bound case 501. After doing this I have to initialize my this dp matrix to the -1 initially. So in the maximum coin I'll just use memset initialize my dp with -1 size of dp. So it initializes with -1. After doing this I have to do one more computation. If my dp is not null, if dp I of j is not null, if any case it's my deep if my any dp value is not equal to -1, what is actually mean? Its mean is that I already done this work. Okay, let me use the pen because it's a recursion. Okay, I'll just draw something. So sorry, this is my, I'll just call it one function here and here. I'll just make this thing and here. So there might be possibility if I want to solve the, I'll just solve this problem. Okay, I'll do the computation. But let's say if I want to again solve this question, but here work I already done into that part. So why I'm going to do the same work again and again? For not doing the same work again and again, I'm going to store somewhere else into the matrix form. If I'll if in the dp if it's not equal to -1, in that case I actually done this work. So why I again solve this problem? For not, I'm not going to again solve this problem, I'll just return it from here. So I'll just return my dp of I of j for reducing my works, repetitive work. So after doing this I have to initialize dp here. I so I initialize here. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's kinda take the submission. Let me seeing the code again. Okay, let's try to submit this code. Is accepted or not? Okay, it's accepted. Let's submit our code. Yeah, it's submitted. And that's that's it, guys. And if you have any doubt, please let me know. And thank you for watching this solution.